What'd he say?
Watch the Tipsy Thesis.
Better that time.
But it definitely looked like I squished you.
Could never.
I'll squish you.
All right.
Fuck this thing. All right, man. Third time's a charm.
If we keep doing these shots, I ain't gonna make it through the interview.
What were we talking about just a second ago? Oh, Father's Day. That's what we getting into today. Father's Day is coming up. Hopefully y'all get y'all husband, get your dad something nice. Don't get him a power drill.
But what would you want other than that though? Out of curiosity.
All y'all to leave. Just go. Just go somewhere for about 4-5 hours.
You don't think that's like me? Like,
No, if you in love, you know that's not me.
it's like
I just want you want the house to yourself. It's like when you was a kid and everybody left for a while. It ain't that I don't love y'all, but
like dad's
gotta do
alone
nothing.
time is at work, and that's not alone time. That's
not a
work.
long time.
And I don't think nobody understand that. Like,
A lot of people think you get to go to work. How do I get to go to work?
it's a difference between get and have. I have to go to work.
Now, don't get me wrong. If my job was like just to travel around the country and like take pictures of different countries, I get to go to work. That's kind of cool. Well, I guess for a photographer, that's probably not that cool. But I'm tired of traveling.
Yeah, but say it's bittersweet. Everything is bittersweet. Every job is a job at the end of the day. So like, let's get that straight. No matter what you're doing, eventually it's just a job.
Still gotta leave your house.
Yeah. I was talking to my brother today at work. I was like, I feel like they should have 10 states in this country that's like for like people that's willing to live off the land, like trade, border, and shit like that, in order to like live. Like, it's like old times where it's like
Just the barter system.
Yeah.
I mean, the barter system still exists. We just use money now.
It's illegal. I know, but it's illegal to barter. Like, I couldn't give you my truck for land, an acre of land. I couldn't give you my truck for that.
Oh, for real?
No, it's illegal. I would have to sell my truck, get the cash.
Yeah, because government got to get them taxes.
Exactly.
I can't tax a truck. I can tax the money off the truck.
So it's
I
like,
can tax you for getting the money and him for giving
like
you the money.
it's illegal to collect water.
Yeah.
Like, how?
Because look, I said the same thing, and Rip broke it down in a good way. Because what's to stop a bunch of rich people from just collecting all the rainwater? The oceans dry up, everything dries up in 100,000 years or something, and it's just one company that's collecting all the water now. So I'm like, all right, I can see that.
On your property, you can collect on your property. Like, why would you? Why is it? Why I can't have a bunch of buckets in my backyard collecting rainwater and filtering that rainwater and drink it myself?
It's a weird law.
Technically, it's illegal.
I mean, in Alabama, one of them states is legal to wash a donkey on Sunday. America got some wild laws. If you ever get some time, just look up laws you wouldn't believe exist or something like that.
You said it's illegal to wash your donkey on Sunday.
That's an actual law in an actual state in America.
I'm gonna go to whatever state that is
and wash
the motherfucking donkey.
They had a dude on YouTube who used to do that. Go to different states and do the crazy laws. Like one of them was like you can't wear a suit of armor on Sunday. He showed up in a suit of armor on that day and stood next to the cop. Cop clearly, obviously, don't even know that law because it's not something they enforcing, but it's legally on there. He could look over and be like, "I know you ain't got no suit of armor on today. You know it's Wednesday, huh?" Get in the car.
You know it's the 13th of January, huh? Fuck wrong with you?
See what I'm saying? That's how much Father's Day means. We couldn't even stay on it. Nobody cared. Nobody cared about Father's Day.
But nah,
that's crazy.
How did we get here?
What?
How
Father's Day?
Just how did we get where we were at?
You was talking about you said something about you and Keith. So.
Yeah, but how did we get to talking about work? We was talking about work. That's what it was. Yeah. So like, yeah.
I tell you, it's like Ali Sadiq was saying. Father's Day is the 13th holiday. Christmas,
I didn't even know they had that many
and Mother.
holidays.
Bro, me neither. Not at all. Like I'm pretty sure Earth Day come before us, which is crazy.
Groundhog's
I
Day.
love the Earth Day. Probably
Groundhog
before
Day.
us. Matter of fact, let me see the list.
You need to look at the list. Top the top 20 holidays.
'Cause, yeah. Oh,
Stay woke, fathers. We gotta stay woke.
yeah, because they doing us bad out here.
We just taking it.
I don't
Pause.
even see like no decorations for Father's Day in the store. Mother's Day, it's all done up, flowers everywhere. They don't change nothing for Father's Day.
That is crazy.
They might put some more batteries in the front by the register.
Father's Day get treated like Thanksgiving.
You at least have a big feast for Thanksgiving. Everybody come over.
I'm saying like it's selling purposes. Is Halloween then Christmas. Like there's nothing like in the stores that change for Thanksgiving. They go straight to Christmas. We get looked over. Number one, Christmas.
Chinese New Year. Well, hold on. I'm trying to find one. Maybe it's in America. It's global. So this is why you need a Jamie in your life.
Jamie.
Jamie, look this up. I was watching the one with Terrence Howard. I was low key mad because he kept looking over, telling Jamie to do stuff. I'm like, nigga, you don't know Jamie. Stop telling him to do
Like
stuff.
Jamie don't work for you.
Like Jamie, if you could pull this up for me, and I'm like, tell Joe Rogan to talk to Jamie. Jamie the big
Joe
dog.
Rogan, ask Jamie.
That's how you do that. If I was Jamie, I'd have been like, nah.
Hey, can you ask Jamie to look this up for me?
Let me see.
Fact check this for me.
What if the whole list Ali was saying was wrong? I mean, Christmas definitely number one on any list you looking at.
Because you get pregnant.
Thanksgiving is now the most popular and well-known holiday in America.
That song, so.
What?
Your name, chicken.
Raise tomatoes, raise.
Your name.
Don't sue us.
Huh?
I'm talking to that lady. Don't sue us.
Yeah. I didn't say what you said.
I feel like we mumbled enough. It's just saying Christmas ain't number one.
Where's the list?
Maybe this is it. I don't even see. Okay, Mother's Day's on there. Got Thanksgiving, Christmas, Halloween, Independence Day.
Kwanzaa.
That's wild. Easter, the Lunar New Year.
Black Friday is a holiday.
It is now.
Father's Day not even up here.
We didn't even make the top Google list.
Election Day.
Election Day come before Father's Day. They got President's Day and Election Day before us. That's the same thing. Do we get a Father's Day and a Dad's Day? I need to be a president, son. I ain't know they get two, really three, because of Independence Day. I know that ain't about the president, but it just feel like it is.
Did they give us Juneteenth, or did we just claim it?
Yeah, they made it an official one. We was asking them to change laws. They gave us a song for the national anthem, and they made Juneteenth a holiday.
You said they gave us a song?
Yeah. We got the Black National Anthem. It's like an official thing now. Yep.
What it sound like?
I think it's the Sam Cooke song.
Huh?
I think it's that Sam Cooke song.
Sam Cooke?
Oh no, it's Lift Every Voice and Sing. It's a gospel song. Of course it's gonna be a gospel song. What else? What else would black people listen to? That's all we know is Jesus.
They gave us a Black National Anthem?
They were supposed to play it at the NFL. It was happening all around the time the Kilpatrick thing was happening. Not Kilpatrick. Kaepernick. Kilpatrick went to school with Kilpatrick.
Sorry, that's wild. I don't even want to go there in this interview, but that's wild as fuck. So,
back to dads, man. I feel like it's very overlooked. Being a dad in America, you don't get no love for it. You're just supposed to do it. And we're not talking about like the bum dads or like that. Well, we're not talking about women at all. It's a dad cast.
I mean, but you kind of can't without talking about. I mean, I don't know. It's just like I feel like the mental of a dad isn't checked up on enough.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
that's one thing I can say. I'm blessed. Got a lot of friends, good friends, especially like him. I got another good friend, Rip. I can call them whenever I want. Just talk. Hey, whoo, nigga, life hitting hard right now.
Facts.
Without them type of people, I mean, granted, you could go talk to your wife or your girlfriend, but then
Those conversations. I mean, I hate to be like that, but it's not like
it's not for them.
it's not like I don't know. Like you don't talk to no man. Like a man don't talk to nobody and get like a true understanding, like or a feedback, in a sense. Like it's mostly like, damn, that's tough, and that's mostly what a man get. Like it's just like, damn, that's tough, bro.
Even and that's a general response. Like I actually feel you,
And I get what you're
but
saying,
that's
but it's
it. Like,
like
but you
sometimes
know why? It's because we got something in our body called "it is what it is." No matter
I say
how
that all the
shitty it
time.
gets,
I
son.
say all the, that's like my favorite catchphrase.
And the worst part about it is when you've hit your limit and you can't take no more. It is what it is. Like
I'll
there's
figure
no
it
way
out.
around it, son. It is what it is.
Like I feel like a lot of times depression for men is when they just get tired of trying to figure it out.
Son, I've been tired of trying to figure it out.
No, I mean like, but like, you know what? I'm not gonna figure it out no more, and that's like depression for men. You know
Because
what I
you're just
mean?
like, all right, let's see what happens if I don't figure it out.
I'm just not gonna do. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? It just works both ways. You know?
Because no matter what, son, you always gonna hit that it is what it is wall. When you go into the depression, it is what it is. When you're coming out, it is what it is. Like,
It just
it is what it is.
that gets us
It's
through.
what it is to be a man.
I'm telling you, man. An old man told me once before. I was like 15, 16. I'll never forget it. He was like, "I'm just gonna let you know, I'm 86, and this shit don't stop. It just keep going."
Don't tell me that, dog.
He was like, "It just keep going, and it ain't gonna stop. The problems you dealing with now, you gonna get past them, and then you are gonna have more problems to deal with when you get past those." Like, and he told that to me, and I'm like, "Is that like where does happiness fit in that line?"
It's just in there.
Moments is happiness. Like happiness isn't
Like you ever
consistent.
seen them carpets? It's got all them colors like the real cheap carpets. It's got buku different colors in it. It look like something you put in the wall for insulation.
Oh, I know which one you're talking
The
about.
real
Yeah,
itchy
yeah,
one. You know them little red hairs that randomly be on there? That's happiness in a man's life, son. And they all over the place. So they don't last that long. But you get them. It's small time.
yeah. Happiness is memories. That's what we get to think back on. That's crazy. But like, I don't know. Eventually, I feel like humans gonna get to a point to where we understand that this ain't life.
And it's, I don't know. Like the way I look at the version of life we live in, if like we living right here on this area, we just like the working people. We only exist to make the people up here's life easier. And the goal is to become one of these people up here. And we just stuck down here. You know what I'm saying? Like I gotta go to work to pay my bills. The people at the bill company have to go to work to pay their bills. The people that they paying their bills to go to work to pay their bills, blah blah blah, until it gets to the people at the very top who don't go to work to pay their bills. Everybody else is working, they just collect the money. They already put in the work, or some of them might have been born into it, but somewhere in your family, somebody put in the work or did some foul shit to get the money. It is what it is. But at some point, somebody did something to get it, and that put y'all family here and took y'all out of this working class area. And that's the end goal. And
Then
just getting here ain't the problem. Staying here. How do you get here and you know, even after you gone, your family's still here?
you gotta create something that
That's forever.
that's a machine that just keeps running.
Yeah.
You gotta create a machine.
And it be stuff people don't think about. The big company will be rich forever. The paperclip company, rich forever.
So Posters put two things that existed already together and made a whole nother profit.
Now, let me see that paper. Let me see that tape. I got an idea. I'm tired of all this loose paper. We ain't got no stapler. Let me see something.
I think the real aim is to realize that humans lazy.
I don't think we are. I think it's just the luxury. I think we got the luxury to be lazy. We can be lazy now because I got a refrigerator. I don't gotta have ice to cool my food.
What I mean by that is
Microwave, you know.
humans do everything to make it the quickest or easiest way possible in the sense that they don't like putting effort towards shit. Like
Oh,
even
yeah.
the way that we talk, like we slang is just shortening words because we don't want to continue. Like we not saying we don't got time to say whole words. You know what I mean?
You ain't time for all that. You're gonna get the first two
You
words.
know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Like, but
Pull up right now. We can quote the whole thing. We put it on in. I'm sure.
like cutting bread, we don't even want to fucking cut bread. That's the fact that that became a thing. Like sliced bread.
Sliced bread changed the world, though, which is crazy.
The niggas was already slicing bread.
Like, was y'all just taking a loaf and another loaf and putting meat and cheese in the middle of that? Because
Just ripping that shit.
I don't understand. Maybe somebody figured out a way to have it pre-sliced and it don't mold or something, and that's what they mean by like the best invention. Because did everybody get their own loaf of bread and y'all ate it like an apple? Like
I don't know what the fuck it was. I'm this fucking drink. I need, but I've been drinking too much. I think. Stupid ass.
I'll tell you one thing. I love being a father. I wouldn't change it for the world. Having kids is really cool. Having kids with an S.
To them.
But having kids is cool, man. It's a lot of happiness in having kids, a lot of frustration. I didn't know how much I wanted to be a father until I became a father. But also, I don't think it's enough respect for being a father.
I didn't know that I didn't feel like I had a purpose until I became a father.
What you mean?
Like when I became a father, I was like, oh shit, like now I really have something to live for.
Yeah.
Like I didn't really feel like I had a purpose. I felt like I was just existing before becoming a father. Now I feel like I have a real life obligation to be here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No, my
Not
fear
saying
of
I
death
was
got
being,
increased.
not even saying I was suicidal or unhappy. I just
No, it's just I can't die before they make it to be able to fend for themselves.
yeah yeah
You
yeah.
know what I mean?
I have
That's just the parental instinct, though.
which like I said, I didn't know. I didn't feel like I had a purpose until I had one. You know, and I think that's really dope in itself.
But like, there's times you see guys who do the bare minimum, and then you hear people be like, "Oh, but he a good dad." How is he a good dad? If he can pop up once every now and then and still be a good
I
dad,
think the world just.
why I gotta be around all the time? Why we gotta be fake nice to people all the time?
I think that just the world's perspective on what they. I don't know. They just belittle dad so much in the world that doing something so small makes you look like a good dad.
Like
Like
what?
social media bashes dads, women bash dads, deadbeat
Well, it's
this,
just
deadbeat
the
that,
problem with being a
but they
dad
don't
is
celebrate good
dads are
dads.
men.
No, they just don't celebrate good dads. Like
Because you're supposed to, because I was just about to say, because we men. You're supposed to do
you're
that.
supposed to be a good dad.
You're just supposed to do it. You're supposed to work your whole life and give up all your money. Like, I don't know the right way to say it, but I feel like women don't love kids as much as men because it's just more common that a man, and I'm not talking individually. I know there's different cases, but it's just more common for a man to work and pay all the bills. That's supposed to common thing.
I think that
But
they misplace affection for love. Like
no, not
women,
like that. Like
what I'm saying is women
you
are
give up your whole life to go to work. You sacrificing your body to go to work, and then all the money you make that you could, your whole life could be different. You could be balling out on yourself every day. You give up every single one of them dollars to your family, but you're supposed to do that. If a woman does that, she's a strong woman. She's doing it all her own. Blah 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 blah. If a man, like you always hear to put a man in a single mother's position, he gonna fold. He not gonna fold. You know what's gonna happen? Worst case, he probably just gonna go find another bitch to help him with the kid, and then that's really gonna make you mad. The long story short,
because at the end of the day, he's the one that got to go make the money.
I still gotta go to work.
But what I meant by that is that women love is affection, so their love is shown. Like the kids even see the mom's love as affection. Our love is sacrifice. Like our love is providing. So like the type of
Yeah,
love
but
that
is
we
it though, or is that just
that's what the
what we was
world
told? You
put.
know what
That's
I
what
mean?
I'm saying. That's the world that's the picture the world painted.
Okay, I see what you mean.
Like that's not what I feel like a father's true journey should be with his child. Because honestly, I feel like a father's involvement in the kid's life is just as important. But how can he be there at just as much if he have to give 40 to 60 hours a week to a
Which
job?
backfires in multiple situations. You go into child support cases, or who gonna get custody of the child? You know who usually gets it? The mother, because the mother is usually the what's called the primary parent. Primary parent is usually the parent that's with the kid more often.
Yeah,
You know why the mother's usually with the kid more often? It's because the dad's the one at work. But that shouldn't count as me not being there. I'm still there. I'm the reason we here. I'm the reason she's able to be a good mama because he's the one at work,
but then there's going to be women that says, but women work too.
which makes no sense. Because just hear me out. If a woman, if a stay at home mom or stay at home wife is a full time job, it's 50-50. You're working just as hard as your man. Have you ever came home and just not done nothing for like a whole month? You didn't help clean up or nothing? No. I've never met a nigga who just gonna come home, hey, go give me a beer, and just sit there on the TV. Those type of men really don't exist. That's just in movies, but they like Tyler Perry movies or something. Real life niggas like that don't exist. So when he comes home, and if you got kids, he just gonna come home and not help you with the kids. What?
My dad,
What you mean?
that's him.
He don't clean up, don't help with the kids or nothing. All right. Well, I guess sometimes you're wrong. They do got niggas like that, but those are rare cases.
Yeah, it is.
You
It's
know what I
very
mean?
rare.
Like, but what I'm getting to is like, if you got kids, he's definitely gonna help with the kids more than likely. At least in our generation, it's different dads out here. You know what I mean? We're not playing that because
I'm about to say a lot of us are like that because we didn't like the fact that our dads was like that. You know what I mean? But and I get what you're saying. Real life, day to day, like men still coming home, cleaning up.
yeah.
We still cooking.
But the part I was about to make is, so he's coming home to his second job. If being a stay-at-home mom is a job, he has a full-time job and a part-time job. And then a lot of moms feel like they need a,
A break from.
yes, when you come home, they need
Yeah,
a
yeah,
break.
yeah.
So now I'm really working a whole nother shift if this is a full-time job.
I clock out the clock in.
But y'all don't see it like that because being a stay-at-home mom ain't a full-time job or a stay-at-home wife. You're in the comfort of your house with people you're in control of. Boo fucking who? And unless you live in a giant mansion, which if you live in a giant mansion, you probably got maids or something. So unless you live in a giant house, if you clean up regularly every day, it don't take that long to clean up that house. You can get the house clean in 30 minutes. Washing clothes, everything.
I'll say this.
Well, not 30 minutes washing clothes,
I'll
but you
say
know.
this. I did spend a time period of being at home every day.
I'm not saying it's easy,
It's not. I'm about to say it's not
but they're not.
easy.
It's not comparable.
It's
One
not
is very
comparable than
dependent.
being in 103-degree heat in between two trains, climbing up and down all day. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so I get that, but I don't want to like belittle being a stay-at-home mother because it's not an easy job either. Mentally,
Yeah.
it's all kids aren't well-behaved kids. You know what I'm saying? Like every kid's different, so I don't want to belittle the stay-at-home mothers, but I can definitely say that us coming home from being in the heat for 12 hours, 8 hours, or just doing anything strenuous if you have a hard labor job, or even just staying up all night if you have an overnight
No, any
job.
kind of.
You know what I mean?
It's not
So,
the same as being out in 100-degree heat, though.
I mean, honestly,
It hit
bro,
different.
is that it's a different type of tie. I mean, it's a different type of struggle. Mentally, I feel like I was more stressed out working overnight than I am working at the train. Like physically, yeah, that's more wear and tear on my body. And that is what mentally bothers me because I have the fear of being old and can't do shit. Like so, I'm like, man, I don't want to allow this job to hinder my
To speed
body.
it up, yeah.
You know what I mean?
But I wasn't trying to belittle stay-at-home moms. I'm just saying
Well, I
I
wasn't
don't
saying you
believe
were.
that's
I
a,
just wanted the world to know that you wasn't.
yeah. I mean, if you feel like I belittled you with what I said, I'm sorry. But also, I don't know why. All I'm saying is I don't think it's a full-time job because you get help. It's a part-time job, and then you get a helper. Unless you have one of the rare cases where you got to go get me a beer husband from TV.
And then also you got to think about like the economics of like the United States. Like in the day, like stay-at-home dads used to get paid in comparison.
I didn't know that.
Not stay-at-home dads. Working 9 to 5 dads got paid enough money to buy a house, and still it's not half of his yearly income or 2 years of his income. Like he's able to still survive after buying a house. So the amount of money they made was built to be able to provide for a family and mom stay at home. Now the amount of money a man can make at a 9 to 5 job isn't enough to provide for the whole family and be in a happy life.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So if the mom not working, then the dad got to have 2 jobs.
Yeah.
So now I really don't have time for my kids. My kids think I don't love them. My wife unhappy because I'm never home. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's like a lose-lose. It's like if I work my ass off to provide and try to get us out of the situation of having to struggle,
Yeah.
like,
He wasn't there.
so it's
Well,
like
my dad provided, but he just was never around. It's like, but I was around. Just because I wasn't there physically.
they want you to be able to do that, work 2 jobs, and then your free time, or not even free time, just your
While you
not
at
work
work,
time.
though, yeah.
I have to be able to be emotionally available for my wife, emotionally available for my kids, and get rest, and eat, and sleep, and
And me
be able
time.
to bathe, and not feel like a robot to try to find something that I actually like to do outside of my job.
He ain't even mentioned time for himself. You know what I'm saying? That's being a dude right there. Sometimes you forget.
That's the last thing.
Oh yeah, and time for me. That's like the little hours I stay up right when everybody go to sleep.
I have to miss out on sleep to have me time. But kids go to school though. That's another thing.
Here's another thing. At the beginning stages, it's a lot harder.
Yeah.
When your kid's going to school, you get the house to yourself multiple hours a day, which was another point I was gonna bring up. I'm glad you brought that back up. I know you even finished it. But yeah, so the kids get to go to school. You got the house all day. It's hard to clean up when you got
People
under
destroying it
yeah
every time you
like
do it.
under 3. I think when do you start school? Is it 3 or 4?
Under 4.
Under
Because
4.
5, like late 4. I mean, I know some. I think you can mean daycare. Pre-K is 4 years old. I think.
We don't even mention daycare. You could put them in daycare in months. They don't even have to
I
be a
feel
whole
like if
day.
you to be 100, I feel like if you're a stay-at-home mom, unless you're doing it for the educational purposes, like your kids really shouldn't be in daycare. Like
That don't make
as a
sense.
stay-at-home mom.
That's the whole reason. Like now, don't get me wrong. I'm talking about y'all girls out there. I'm not talking about my wife. My wife does a lot. She does all the stuff. We was both raised by old people, so we got the old traditional values. She cooks every day. She does all like 70% of the mother and stuff, even when I'm off. She's still the main parent. You know what I mean? We got a good balance. Not that I'm not there. It's just she's more the person that's always there, so she's the one they're more comfortable going to. So, and I'm not even talking about all y'all. Some of y'all might be great women, great wives. I'm talking about the ones who don't do nothing at home all day. There's no reason you should be home all day and the house stay dirty. If you don't feel good or something, or maybe you called off today. You know what I'm saying? Look, I don't feel like doing that. Everybody got them days. But there's women who don't ever. It's different if y'all both work. Because then it's like, well, shit, neither one of us cleaned up.
But I will say, coming home, that's why men sit in the cup. You always see it in TV shows and movies and stuff like that. People be thinking men be unhappy with their house and life, and it's not always the case. They just need a 30-minute to an hour period of time to clock out from work.
To transition.
To not, because like if I come in with my work aggravation and walk straight inside,
Everybody having a bad day.
we all having a bad day.
Daddy, 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 daddy. Not right now,
Not
bro.
right now. Now you think I don't love you because I'm trying not to be snappy because I'm aggravated that I'm
I had to pick up
begging a
fight an
person.
alligator today.
I'm working my ass off, doing a great job, asking for a raise to a person that can't even give me the raise because they have to ask another person for a raise. And that person don't even know how I actually work. You have to base it off of the word of the person that's asking for the raise. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, it's
I
crazy
know
to think
exactly
about
what
like
you're saying.
that.
I've had that same
For
situation.
$1. You know what I mean? My time is worth more than that's crazy. For I think I deserve one more dollar because I'm doing a good job, boss.
That work life,
We
man.
all slaves, bro. The only people that's not slaves is the 1%ers.
People up here.
The 1%ers, bro.
Like I heard Cardi B say she was in the 1%. And like
Cap,
financially you might be in the 1%,
cap.
like with your bank account. But you're still a performer, so you're still working.
That's cap. Cardi B cannot have made enough money to be close to like.
Well, I think she meant like
Is
in
Cardi B
America maybe.
is Cardi B close to Jeff Bezos?
I don't know.
No.
But I know even Jeff Bezos still works though. He what's the Rothschilds? What do they do?
You talk about like the Rockefellers.
Yeah, like that's up here. They don't work.
I
None of
mean,
them have a
if we
job.
talking about real money, like the niggas in Dubai and Arabic dudes, they have so much money. It's
Yeah.
not even fathomable. I mean,
But I don't even understand. Nobody knows how they got this money.
gold or some shit. I don't know.
Or maybe people do. I don't know. I'm very ignorant in Dubai. I don't know. I just know the rumors of they like to poop on people. So if you see your chick go to Dubai, she probably gonna get pooped on. She gonna get a bunch of money, but she gonna get pooped on.
What you mean?
Like pooped on, like somebody gonna squat over her and have a bowel movement on her chest.
Did they pay people to let them poop on them?
Yeah.
How much would you let
Oh,
somebody
I can
poop
let you
on
know
you?
if anybody's watching right now, $10 million, I'll let a lady poop right here. I can take a shower. I've took plenty of showers in my life. I will wash that shit off and be $10 million richer. And I will let people know. How you got all this money? I went to Dubai and this lady pooped on my chest for 10 million. You want her number? Say what you want. I bet he called her. He ain't gonna want to call her until he see me pull up in the Lambo.
I
He
don't
come
have
over
to
to
see
my
him
new
pull up
mansion.
with it.
I show you that 10 million
he
in that
gonna
account.
he gonna call me and be like, son. I'm gonna be like, bet, tell him I'm coming
I'm on the
right
way.
now, right
You
now.
sleep. Emerald gonna have to understand.
What? On my chest? Alright.
Yeah, I wouldn't let you poop in my mouth and no wild shit like that.
Like,
But
so
if
do I
it's the
gotta watch
chest, yeah.
it? Do I gotta
I don't
watch
care.
it? I'm just asking. Like, it's
I don't
different
know.
levels. Cause like,
I
if
don't
I
know all the rules. I don't even know if it's true. It's just a rumor that they be saying about when people go to Dubai.
he said, I don't even know if it's true.
But I'm just like, I don't see what the big deal is. Unless like you can't take a shower. Like if you've never took showers, then I get it.
But
That's
if
gonna be
they,
on you forever.
but if they,
But they could have a stipulation where I gotta fly back home like that. I don't care about none of that. All right, you good? Put that shirt on. All right, thank you, baby. Hit me up. Hit me up next time. You sleep $10 million. I'm getting that.
that's a lot, bro. To
See,
find,
I'll have my email in in the
so
description. Only women know. I'm
right,
not. I'm not letting no
you gonna
guys
have his
poop on
email
my
right
chest.
here.
That's wild.
he said, no poop, no man poops,
No, no, no.
just women poops.
But man, what's one of the, if you had to say the best and worst thing about being a dad, as far as the kids are concerned, not the providing part, just the parenting part.
I'm gonna start off with the worst. The worst thing is the repetitiveness of having to repeat myself. As a man, no man really likes to repeat themselves. Like I feel like if I say something, it is what it is.
It is what it is.
That's what it is. And after I said it, that's what it meant. And like just having to keep doing that with kids is it's my patience level, like of that. That's one thing I'll say about that nurturing of a mother. Like their patience is better for children built
Yeah.
than men are. Like in my mind. Like,
Right. Yeah.
well, I'll say the alpha male.
We might sound sexist.
I'll say that.
But
No, I say the alpha male. I feel like as an alpha male,
I feel like you could go against. You could fight that, and there might just be some dudes who just they got it. I ain't got it. Let me tell you how much I ain't got it. I had a thought about a week ago. You know those little counters, the little click counters? I was thinking about getting one of them and giving her a certain limit before I yelled at her. All right, I done told you 9 times. If I click this button and tell you this 10 times, you're getting fussed at. Then I knew I was old because she couldn't remember something after I just told her like 4 times. And I was like, you can remember every song that you hear on YouTube, but you can't remember what I'm telling you.
And you was like,
as I'm saying it, I'm
was just
feeling
like,
older
you
and
had a
older.
Raven moment.
I couldn't stop. Yeah, like I was watching myself. Said I had the big eye. Shit. I think I instantly grew like 3 gray hairs right after that sentence. Cause I remember that.
I think
He can remember every goddamn song on the radio.
I hit the hard head, make it so fast, and that one was the one. That was the one that.
That's the real one. Let us know, what's the sentence you told your kids to let you know, damn,
I'm old.
I'm old now.
Hard head, make it so fast, but that was the one. That was the one for me. I was like, I heard that so much from my mama. Wow.
I wonder if I'm ever with the.
I
Y'all
feel like
stop
we
running
used
in
the
and out
ones
that
that
door.
worked on us.
That's probably what it is.
We used the ones that worked on us.
And what would
But
you say the best is?
just our kids as children.
I mean, it's a hard question. I ain't gonna lie. Just boil it down to it's the best thing. It's a lot of best things.
It's like the love, man. Like the pure love.
Yeah.
Like there's no hatred in it. Not especially not in the early stages. If you're a good dad and you're attentive, you know what I mean. I'll say that it's just pure love. Even after you discipline them, they
That's the part that be
apologize,
hitting me.
huh?
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah,
Saying
it's
that's
like
the part that be hitting me.
it's like even after you discipline them, you can honestly, if you're the type of people that whoop your children still gonna love you at the end of the day. Like it's not gonna stop because you disciplining them for something bad they did, and it's a beautiful thing, man.
So, do you whoop your kids? Like, do you pop them or anything?
A spank,
Like,
a light pop. It has to be something very like left field. I like it has to be like me repeatedly telling them something all day long, and it's something that they can hurt themselves or some shit like that.
I feel like it's like the cup. My cup is slowly filling up, and then once it starts running over, you getting popped.
Well, I don't want to pop. I don't want to pop my son for spilling a drink because I'm mad at you know what I'm saying
No,
about
no,
everything.
not a drink.
No, I'm saying after everything they did throughout the day, and then that one thing get you at
No,
the
I
end.
mean like the constant repeat. I
Oh
done
yeah,
told
yeah,
you
yeah.
to stop doing this multiple times. So I
Nah,
got you either gonna get one hard pop or 3 like little soft, depending on what you did. If you
yeah.
really messed up, you getting one hard one.
I feel like for the people that's like, oh, I don't whip my children. Like I haven't really seen one of them that didn't get whooped that turned out good yet. Like, in my mind, like
But it's also different. Like with girls, you don't really have to. They more just. It's more of an emotional whooping for them.
I mean, honestly, you know what works on your children.
Yeah.
Like every child have a limit, or I whoopings really didn't work on me that well. Like I got a lot of them, but it didn't.
If anything, it just put that fire in you. Like, all right, I bet you ain't nobody else gonna touch me though.
That's definitely a thing.
Cause it's like I can't defend myself against you, but I ain't gonna let nobody else play with me. They getting beat because I got whooped yesterday. Like
My mama told me to tell you.
I would say the worst thing, like you said, the repetitive stuff. It's just nonstop. And it's like a part of me knows you know you're not supposed to do it. Because as soon as you see me coming, you stop. Yeah, you stop doing it. So it's like, okay, so we both understand you're not supposed to do that. Why? So why are you doing it? Then a part of me is like, are you doing this as like an attention thing? Because like you know, if you do this, I'm gonna stop what I'm doing and I'm gonna focus on you. Even though it's a negative focus, it's still my attention.
They say that, but it's like, what if you do give your children a lot of attention and they still do it?
I mean, most kids that are bad, well, I won't say bad. Most kids that
Active. Let's use that word.
I'm about to say they just act, but most of the kids just active. They ain't created their list of stuff they can't do yet, so they still learning most of it. So I give you a pass most of the time. But after I've told you multiple times,
It's like this the running like the dangerous stuff, right? Don't run up and down the steps. They still do that even after they hurt themselves. And I'm like, see, this is why I told you don't run down the steps because this is possible. This is what possibly can happen.
yeah.
And I say, luckily, nothing really bad happened this time, but it could be a lot worse. Same day,
Well, hold
10
on, let me
minutes
ask you
later.
something. After you told him all that and you saw him fail, that was the dad talking. What did you want to say for real? Because when I see that, I really want to be like, that's what the fuck you get.
Oh,
But I can't
I
do that.
would just, what I want to
Like,
do is just walk off and let them cry. That's what I would like.
because it's like, this what happens.
That's what I would like to do. Because it's like,
But you also want them to know, oh, I'm here.
I love you I love you. Don't think I don't love you. But nah,
Nah,
you know
look
what I'm
at you.
saying. But it's just it's a whole lot of that type of stuff for me. It's just like why does it seem like you touched the stove and burned your hand and then like you'll come back and touch it again to like to see if it's hot.
If it's still hot.
Like I don't get that.
But I say the best thing is definitely love. Like, you really hit the best too. Because
That's the parts that pull on me the most.
it ain't nothing better than the hugs. Or like
Especially
when
in
we
the
went to
morning. Children are like the most beautiful souls in the morning, bro. Like they just want cuddles
yeah,
and like just hugs and
it's love. So we went to her graduation. As soon as we walked in, I heard her on the stage. That's my daddy. Oh, shit. Hit me right here. I was like, I am your daddy, girl.
you came for my nuts, man.
Nah.
I don't know, man. I remember for like the first 2 years of being a dad, I kept waking up in the morning and was like, oh yeah, I am a dad. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Like,
That's the craziest part, that transition from just being a guy to being a dad. Because it happened like that. Like, even though she's pregnant the whole time, it's not, maybe for other people, but for me, it didn't really hit until we got in the car and we was halfway home. For the first like 5 minutes of the car ride, it still wasn't, it wasn't dawning on me that I'm responsible for
a person.
a whole person's life.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like 40 years from now, she'll still be calling me for stuff. All that hit me halfway on that ride, like, holy shit. They ain't give me no book. They ain't give me nothing. They just was like, here go a person. Good luck. Like the dads ain't doing too much in the hospital. We should at least get a video, get like a book to read. Like, I know y'all give a lot of pamphlets, but most of those pamphlets just talk about the sudden death,
Yeah.
sudden or instant death thing, the SIDS. It's a lot of SIDS talking there. What about other stuff? What about hiccups for an hour? And I'm just like, oh, you need to go to the hospital? Everything is, do you need to go to the hospital?
Big facts.
All of a sudden, you're not a guy no more. You somebody's father.
Honestly, one thing that I struggle with for a while and I'm getting better with it now as a father was where do I stop trying to create for myself and start paving the way for my child?
Yeah.
And
I
how
mean, I
do I
feel
do
like you got to find
I
that.
know you do have to do a
Find
balance,
that
but it's
balance.
like
But the balance is leaning. The scale would be more so on
both
their side.
both ways it still feel like I'm not both ways, but like either way for me I feel like I'm neglecting the potential of what I can be doing for the kid. Like
Like, in what way?
like if I'm not striving for myself, I can't build a better life for him.
Yeah.
But if I'm not like trying to help him mold himself,
Hmm.
you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He can go in the wrong path. Not saying I'm gonna control what he do, but just try to be attentive enough to guide it. Like, but if I'm always at work, how do I do that? You know,
Them off days. You get two
the two
days
days,
to fit all your man
maybe.
advice.
Some jobs
Yeah.
you don't get 2 days. Some jobs you work at 7. Some jobs you work at 6.
It's hard. Then another thing that I think is crazy is the amount of money men make. It's always a topic, but like the dude who makes 100,000 a year, women are like, I want a dude who makes 100,000 a year, but you don't respect how hard it was for this dude to get to that point to make $100,000 a year. It's like I did a lot to do that, but you don't even like. I don't want to say respect it because you kind of respect it because you want that, but it's like you don't understand what it took for this person. You know, the person who grinded up to it, not the one who like just inherited the 100,000 or whatever. But it's like you're supposed to do that. You're supposed to just be making 100,000. It's like no, that's not how life works.
It's like, but that's the thing. Women so be so quick to say they want a man that makes 100,000, 200,000. 100,000 is like management. Like 150 is like general management. Like you probably own your own. Like you probably run your own store somewhere, or you're like a leader at a plant or something like that. Like 200,000. That's like in the top 5%.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Like, so you even to think about a man from 200,000, that's only 5%. 95% of American men is not making over 200,000.
Even though, don't get me wrong, I don't disagree. If a chick is like, I want a man that makes $1 million a year, that's cool. You can find that dude,
What I was going to
but
say,
don't try to make other people feel bad that they don't make $1 million a year.
or just the fact of like, I'm the type of person that you make a demands on how much I'm supposed to make, but then like you can't cook, you don't clean you don't keep the house clean.
Well, if I'm making $1 million a year, you ain't gotta cook. We got maids, and you know what I'm
No,
saying. You live in a million a year lifestyle. You probably got some other. Well, I don't even know. A
what I'm
million
saying
probably
is
ain't as much as
that's my whole
it's not
key.
that
Like
much no more.
that's my mindset. Though. Like that's what I'm saying. Like if I made $1 million a year or something like that, yeah, I'll have like maids come and clean like once a week.
But that's another thing that I think they saying. I want that type of lifestyle where I don't have to cook and clean and do all this stuff.
Why do you feel entitled to that if you want a man to put in the work to get to that point? Why do women feel entitled to what he have?
I'll tell you the thing that always confused me.
What
It
work
used
did
to
you
be
put in?
trophy wives. Stop playing. That boy yanked the tenor. Oh Lord. Oh Lord. You sealed your death. But the thing that killed me, son, is it's trophy wives. It be the super, super fine chick who you can walk into the business meeting with and she helps you seal the deal because she that fine. That's the chick who the super, super top rich people, that's who they gonna want. I be seeing the most busted looking bitches on these podcasts. Like, if this dude don't make 100,000 a year, and you got on sheen from head to toe, you got like the hair look nappy, like all type of shit just look wrong. You don't even look like the type of chick you wouldn't even look right next to the $100,000 dude. I'd have to run you through all type of surgeries and you'd have to get a whole makeover. Like, no.
We got to go 200,000, 100,000. That's
Oh yeah, I don't even know how I got back to 100,000. I mean, I'm still making $1 million a year.
even even 200,000 lowballing for these
But no,
the chicks that's talking
son,
about
100. See right there, you already tripping. Don't let them get you. $100,000 a year is a lot of money, son.
is double of regular minimum, like average.
What you think? What you think the average is? You think
That
about 42 to 50?
that's not
It's in the 30s now,
that's the average.
bro. It's Google it. It's bad.
I thought that was like bare minimum.
That's the average American is making less than 40,000 a year. The average person is horrible off, bro. And then that's why I'm like, people like you, 100,000. Let's go up to 200. No, 100,000 is son. 100 like people. I don't think people don't forgot what $100,000 is. You got a big ass crib. You make 100,000 a year. You got 2, 3 nice cars. Your kids in one of the top schools. You know what I mean? I'm not saying you balling and wealthy, but you nice. Your life is way different. you're also paying a lot more taxes. So 100,000 a year turned into like 60,000 a year somehow. Yeah. Another thing,
30,000 just fucked my head up, son.
I think it's like 32 or something like that,
Like,
but it's under 40.
what can you do with that? I
So a lot
mean,
of people have roommates and
I'm
stuff.
gonna be honest, bro. I don't understand how people survive sometimes.
At all. I've thought about that many a time.
Like, it's tough out here, bro. It's real life tough.
So
Like,
it's like, bro,
you either got to be okay with being miserable,
you just gotta figure out a
or
way to.
are
You
you
gotta find them
finesse?
little red hairs in the blanket, baby, because it's hard. It's going, especially when you're a man, because nobody cares. Like if you a chick, if my wife walked outside right now and was crying in the middle of the street, somebody would come hug her and be like, "What is wrong? Do you need help?" If I go out in the middle of the street crying, they're calling the police. Yeah, there's this crazy man outside just
Suspicious.
crying.
This is the guy. He's outside
Nobody
suspicious.
cares, and I'm going to jail because I'm depressed. Like, what's wrong, man? I just.
I seen a video of a police officer with this dude sitting on the street crying, like he's so hurt, bro. Like his wife cheated on him.
I was just about to say like that. Wife cheated on you. Hurt.
He walked in on her, and she
You
was like,
seen it hurt?
yeah, like he was like,
That's different.
she was like, did you do anything? And he was like, no, I just walked out and I left. She was like, are you drunk? Are you high? Are
Yeah,
you
because
on
why you
drugs?
didn't punch nobody?
He was like, no, like I'm
I'm
sad,
distraught,
bro.
nigga.
Like I'm destroyed. Like they couldn't accept nothing. Like they questioned him, was he everything else but just
Just
devastated?
yeah.
Like
That would have been a woman.
yeah, like they would have just summed it up to she got hurt and
Which I'm not
somebody.
saying y'all should start treating women like shit. I'm saying you start treating men better.
Yeah,
We be sad too.
I ain't gonna lie. Like the time I was working overnight, I didn't drink, I didn't smoke, I nothing, bro. I was on Red Bulls. Like only thing I did that day was got the COVID shot. When I fell asleep, turned on to
Y'all
my
remember
street.
that? Y'all remember that COVID? Remember COVID era in America? Remember that episode? Remember that season?
I fell asleep driving down the street of my street, hit a car and totaled it.
Oh yeah, I remember you
So
told me.
I was,
And you said you was like right around the corner.
bro, I was next to my house, like
Yeah,
next to my next door neighbor. That's my house,
yeah.
and like, bro, I got out the car after the wreck and I broke down. I was destroyed, like in the middle of the street.
Son, everybody got a breaking point. I remember my breaking point.
I had just got laid off.
Uh,
I was
yeah, that was a lot. Then to fuck the car up right at that point is like. But the thing I can tell you, well, I was gonna say I had a breaking point when I lost my wallet, son. I went outside just screaming at like 4 in the morning. Everyone come outside. What's wrong? I had lost like 3 wallets already, just over my entire life. But as in a man, I hadn't lost my wallet in a long time.
right.
So when I lost it, I don't know. So I just felt like I don't know what the fuck I'm doing out here as an adult. Like I can't explain it, but like losing that wallet again.
How did I let that happen again?
Like the first time was like in high school. The second time was like a little after high school. But ever since I was on my own, you know what I mean, I had never lost it. But it was like I lost my adulthood when I lost the wallet. I was just like, I don't know what the fuck I'm out here doing. Which is another thing. People just expect a man to just know. We like you were saying about figuring it out. We are figuring it out. Like y'all, like women figure it out. Well, even though most women don't have to figure it out, because well, he probably gonna figure it out. So what we gonna do?
You know how
What we
hard
gonna
it
do,
is
Kendrick?
for a man to go and ask his wife for help, especially like baby, I need you to hold this, hold these tools real quick while I fix this.
Yeah. But like real,
But like,
and it's not like because we don't think our women could help. It's just that I don't want you to think I don't got it. Like I know you know I'm not Superman. That's
I
not what
just
I'm
know the
saying.
weight I'm feeling on me. I don't want you to have to feel that on you.
And I also don't need you to know how heavy this actually is.
Like,
You know what I'm saying? I'm really got 500 over here, but I need you to hold just
just
70
because I
pounds.
carry it well, don't mean it's not heavy. That was one of the ones I heard.
Because I can tell you one thing: put a mom in a single dad position, she gonna fold. You know why? Because there's
Ooh,
no option for no rich woman to come save my
ooh.
life. If you a fine
Yo,
single mother, what? What is that? Is that a roach? Holy shit! Is that a flying roach?
Hold on. You know how I feel about these.
No,
Let
I'm
me go
about
on
to
the other side of
spray
the net while you disable this roach.
the chungla.
Oh, did you get him?
This nigga disintegrated. I knocked another bug out that boy. Holy shit!
You almost saved another bug life.
Son, I knocked like a moth out this nigga. Yeah. And if somehow y'all got internet and you a bug, do not come around here. I respect the bugs outside. Do not come inside. I respect y'all live out there. I won't kill you outside. But if you come inside where the people at, you're being disrespectful. You're breaking the natural order that we've established as humans. The big ones. All right? The big animals. Let's have a toast for the big animals on the planet. Huh. Nigga. We used to be on the food chain. Now we watch you niggas on TV. We the best animal on the planet. I don't know if y'all ever saw my Facebook. I posted that one day. I was drunk, but I meant that shit. You ever thought about that, son? We used to be one of the things that just got eaten by other animals. And then something happened, and now we here. We are not on the food chain. We're not even in it no more.
Weapons.
But that's what I'm saying. Something made that happen. Was it aliens?
We kept getting eaten.
Like what the History Channel be doing?
Maybe
it was aliens. Maybe there was an alien who came down and possibly could have done something. I'll be right there listening like, yeah, they right. They didn't say nothing. So they just be saying possibly, maybe a bunch. But what you about to say? The weapons did what?
Oh, I said they kept getting eaten, so they decided they had to do something about it and build weapons. It was like, I think I should do something about these things that keep eating us. We done lost 3 Timmys this week.
Which is another thing with the whole provider situation. That came from when we used to have to go hunt and kill animals. We don't got to hunt and kill animals no more. And the only reason the men did it and not the women is because women could give life. So we need as much women as possible. I could have 3 guys here. They could get 12 women pregnant right now. That's where the whole provider situation came from. But now it's like you got to pay for. Like the craziest stuff I see is if a guy don't send me money before, I'm not gonna talk to him. I'm like, what? Supposed to sit. Hey, here go $40. What's your name? And also, I can't even blame women that much, son, because it's really the man's fault.
How I'm going to your Cash App
It's in their bio.
if I can't talk to you?
You know it's in the bio.
Oh, you talk about Instagram?
Oh, you mean like in real life?
Yeah,
No.
like, it's like, say what's up. You ain't Cash App me. I don't want to talk to you. I'm
Just like,
sorry.
bro.
I'm getting to my buzz level.
But son, it's not even the women's fault, son. It's you trick ass niggas' fault.
I mean, I've been saying that. That applies with everything. Everybody complain about what hip hop is today, but y'all listen to it.
Oh Lord. Oh, hip hop the trick
No,
turned
I'm
into
just saying, like, it's just like y'all listen to the stuff that y'all complain about.
Oh yeah, that's
And
true.
it's not even real listens. It's like, I can't believe y'all listening to this shit listens. Like, people check it out just to laugh at it. And then they show it to somebody else to laugh at it, and show it to somebody else to
Man,
laugh
I
at
say
it.
JJ Fish got 1,000,000 streams on this song.
And y'all wondering how. But now the algorithm, which is AI, it's not somebody watching that shit. It's just like, oh shit, Ice JJ Fish lit.
This nigga part of it. It's AI. It's nobody watching it. We know it's the FBI watching it. You got a wire on? This nigga got a mic on. I'm talking really loud. Y'all can hear me through the iPhone.
Where your mic at?
I don't got no mic on. I'm hiding it with my hands. They can't hear that though because I'm whispering.
On the mic?
But no, son. I forgot what you were saying.
You forgot to?
All right, well,
Huh?
it's
Nah.
back to fatherhood stuff. Well, not even fatherhood stuff. One other thing I wanted to get into with you, marriage stuff. Is this one of my biggest problems? Stop Everybody on the internet, stop listening to these people who aren't married or never even been married give y'all relationship advice. They never played the game, they never even been in the game before. How would they know? Just because you're really good at basketball at the gym doesn't mean you know anything about the NBA. You can't critique LeBron James. LeBron James knows what's going on. You just watch what's going on and think you know. So, taken from that, what's if you had to sum up how to have a good marriage? Y'all been together how what?
13 years.
13 years. 13 months. Black love. Light skin and dark skin love. Kendrick Lamar.
Communication. I know it's cliche,
I
but
mean,
like that's number
cliches are
one.
cliches for a reason.
I mean, that's number one, bro. And what I mean by communication, I mean like I don't mean like, oh, y'all need to talk. Like, no, what I mean is actually understand what y'all talking about. You know what I mean? Like to talk just to talk is one thing, but if you don't really express to what you really feeling, then it's never gonna be resolved. You gotta boil it. You gotta, you know, man. Like, don't be afraid to bump heads in a marriage in conversation because you think that's the issue. The issue isn't the confrontation. The issue is really getting down to the bottom of what y'all actually fussing about. Communication is a lot deeper than the surface. It might take 10 years of conversation to get to understand it.
You can listen to that. That's a married man
It
in
might
a
take
successful relationship. Y'all be listening to people who ain't in none of that.
and success isn't always happy. I'll say that. Marriage isn't always happy. You have downtimes, but you got to work and build out of that. You can't let that unhappy time period just fester. That's how marriages end. But you gotta it is it's about evolving. Like if something's working and then it's not, find something else that works for y'all. You know what I mean? It's all about knowing who you want to be with. That's another thing.
You gotta have that conversation with yourself. I'm gonna be with this person.
That's what this
This
is
one
who it
will be.
is.
This who it is. You know what I'm saying? Like,
They be like, "How did you know?" Because I knew.
cause you know.
I
I mean,
wasn't guessing.
you don't know. Like, this is another thing.
I didn't have no doubt.
This is another thing I'll be trying to get people to understand, and this ties into like why I think men should get DNA birth or DNA tests at children's birth or prenups and all that stuff if you're rich. Because women always like, you don't trust me. It's not about if I trust you. I can trust you 100%. That don't make me right. You can, but like, just because you know something, that don't make you right. Everybody who's ever been cheated on in their relationship knows that they wasn't, and then it happened. So it's like you know until you don't know. Just
Right.
because I trust you don't mean I'm right. So I need that DNA test. You know what I'm saying? Unless it's my kids and they come out with my exact face, then
Yeah.
you know what I mean. DNA tests already more don't need to come out. I don't understand why a DNA test ain't just a thing. I understood maybe back in the day when cheating wasn't so crazy and like women would have the baby and then 15 years later tell you in an argument, that's why this ain't your kid. I'm going to jail. I got to. Because one, I'm about to ruin this kid's life because I'm about to leave. And this kid has nothing to do with this, but I'm not your father. I'm out. I still love you. I could be like the cool guy you know, but
You
I
say
can't sit
that.
around here and play daddy no more.
You say that.
Even if you want to, after this,
I'll take custody of the kid and leave the mom.
not maybe,
That's what I would do.
but that's not gonna happen.
Yes, it would.
You was at work all the time. She's the primary parent,
Like, bro,
and then that's not your biological kid. That's her.
I've
You lose in that case,
it's
brother.
I've seen it happen a lot.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Well, maybe they side with you because, like, yeah, this bitch ain't shit.
Like, why would I separate him from that kid's life because she lied to him? And
Why
now the
would you
kid, and
separate
then
her
a
from
lot
her
of the
mother?
times the kid wants to go with that parent
Yeah, true.
because, you know,
Which is crazy. pretending like having somebody play house with you is that's crazy, lady. That's crazy.
Men got it crazy bad when it come down to the baby situation.
Oh, so
But
I feel like child support. This is my view on child support. You shouldn't be able to spend child support on any basic life necessity. If you shouldn't be able to spend the child support on lights or your rent or like food. Any like if anything, if I died right now, you would have to provide that for the kid for y'all to live. Child support should be for everything outside of the basic needs that you need to provide. And
at
it's
least until I'll say a lot of the times I would say they should have a grace period. Like the first year after the separation, you should be obligated to help with lights and stuff like that. Because especially if she wasn't doing that at the house when she was living with you.
no, that's one thing. Yeah, yeah.
Like,
If she wasn't working
but
previous to
then,
this shit.
but then after a year and she's in a relationship with another man and living with another man, and I'm still giving her money.
But that's the thing. Why why do I need to pay child support if she can't provide basic living needs? Give me custody of the child. I can pay the lights. I can pay for this. I can pay for the stuff. We got lights. I'm paying the rent. We got the food over here. If you can't like, and most moms can. I'm not saying y'all are all bums or whatever, but if you need child support, if that dad died today, the lights are going off next month. You
Right.
can't pay for food no more. That's who the kid. That's who y'all gave responsibility to the child to,
Well, they're more obligated to give women
because
assistance.
usually the kid is yeah,
That's
that's
what it
true.
is.
Which is another thing with
There's
the
so
whole
many systems that put into place to help women in need.
and we'll get into that in another day. That's all quote unquote set up to just get us out the house.
But like especially in situations where um a woman's married to another man.
That's still your child though.
Not saying that I shouldn't have to give them money. The money should at least decrease in the factor of y'all are married.
Yeah.
The stuff that he's required to buy for the child now becomes y'all.
Yeah. But that's
But
I mean,
for
you a good guy, so you still you're not thinking of the ain't shit nigga. That's who you always gotta remember these laws are made for. So the way you saying it, let's say I'm the ain't shit guy, and then you and my ex wife just got remarried. I'm not doing shit for them people anymore. Them
but they
kids,
got
none of
men
that.
on child support that still have put in time with their children.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying. Like there should be a different system for
that's what
different.
child support should be for the guys who like fuck you and them kids.
Yeah,
That's what child support should be for.
because if they put it into a different system where it's like we have split custody or something like that.
Mm.
Well, if it was split custody, I don't think you have to pay child support. I don't know how that works, but
See what I'm saying? That's why you can listen to us because we don't even know how child support works because we're in successful relationships.
yeah, I'm here.
Stop playing.
I'm here. You know what I'm saying? But I just know a lot of situations where good dudes are getting fucked over by the system that was made for bad dudes.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like
it's just because
a
it's
father
what's
that
called like a
drove,
blanket.
a father that drove every weekend to go pick up his son from one state to another, driving 3 hours there, 3 hours back on a Friday to spend the weekend with his son, having to drive him back on a Sunday to go back to work on Monday for 5 years straight, though.
And the crazy
And
part
he's still paying child support.
is him and the mom still cool, or was the son going back and then still hearing, yeah, you know, your daddy really don't even love you like that.
I mean, I don't know what she say about him, but I can tell you that I know she's not happy with. Like he'll buy him clothes, shoes, game systems, and all this other stuff, and he get there, and then it's like she don't ever put them shoes on him. Every time she send him back, he don't have haircuts. Like he have to get a haircut when he come down here, type shit. Like so, it was just
I'm
like,
guessing she not doing that so he could have the dad haircut moment. She doing that because I'm not helping now.
and that's what I'm saying. Like I'm still putting in all this bread outside of what I'm paying in
And
child
there's no
support.
way the dad should be fighting to see his child. That don't even make sense. Like I wanna be here and be doing stuff. I don't want to be with her. Why does that? Why do even like? and I know this sounds horrible, but if a husband and a wife have a kid, or a boyfriend and girlfriend have a kid, and the man beats the woman, which I don't condone beating the woman, but he's still a great father. After he gets out of jail for putting his hands on the girl, that shouldn't affect his relationship with the kid,
I
unless
mean,
he was
it will
abusive to the
because
kid.
the woman's tied to the kid. Like, you know what I'm saying? You can't really separate them two.
Yeah, but what if when he gets out of jail, he's a better person now? He saw his
You
wrong.
beat
You know what I'm
me,
saying?
like regardless of you're a
I
better
know, but
person.
that's them. It don't go down to the next level.
I know,
That's what
but
I'm saying.
like mentally, that kid isn't gonna see that dad as a good
Well, true.
person.
But let's imagine the kid never saw it, because obviously the kid gonna see it.
Yeah, right. So like, I mean,
So if imagine somehow the kid never saw it, and the dad was just a great dad, but he was an ain't shit nigga, beating the wife, cheating on her, doing all
so
this stuff.
so we're making an imaginary woman that's not gonna tell a kid that the dad is a piece of shit.
Yeah, because like the way I'm looking at it, I just had to take it to the extreme. You know what I
I
mean?
know what you're trying to
But the
do.
way I'm looking at it is just like
What
it's
me,
the mom and dad
the dad
level,
ain't shit. He
and then
cheated on the
the
mom all the
bottom
time.
level.
He cheated on the mom all the time.
It's just two different
No,
levels.
I'm just
Whatever
saying
happens here shouldn't affect down here.
to make what you're saying make more sense. The dad cheated on the mom all the time, but was a great dad.
All right.
Beaten is like kind of like too far. Like,
You gotta go far, baby, for the podcast.
yeah, I
Like,
get it, but
they
like
hear that the man beat the woman. What?
they're gonna be like, there's no agreement with you though. Like at that point,
What you mean?
like in the sense of like they can't even comprehend that making sense
I
because
mean, Ike Turner gonna understand.
all the woman beaters are gonna be like, yeah, you know what I'm saying?
This nigga preaching.
Speak.
Don't agree with me, nigga. We not cool.
But nah. So let's say the dude cheated on the mom all the time
Yeah,
and
best
was
dad
just a
ever.
great dad.
He will never see that kid again
Exactly, because
because
it's out of
also
spite
I
now.
want to hurt you.
Yeah, it's out of spite now. But like, I feel like that system.
But that ain't got nothing to do with my fatherness. That just, or even if I just don't want to be with the chick no more. If the dude just leaves, that's still you still getting spiked. And don't let you leave and 2 years later find somebody and be happy.
I feel like they should have a more. I know it's so many cases out there, but like it's just like, how do you make it more? I gotta go sleep. Uh, Observative. Like how like
It's just too hard because it's got to be a blanket.
huh?
Like a blanket where you just, everybody gets covered. The good guys are going to suffer so we can catch the bad guys. Because if I start, like the abortion thing, how it's like they told women they can't get abortions. That's hard because of rape. If a woman gets raped, now she can't get an abortion.
No, what I mean is like
Well, no, I'm saying that's what the blanket is. So that's why I feel like you have to let abortions happen. Because even though on the one side it could be a loving couple, and the mom just goes and sneaks off and gets this abortion, don't need the dad thing, he gets punished because of rapists.
it's 2024, bro.
They still gotta have a blanket though. They'd have to have 50,000 laws for each specific example.
Put a camera on that chest. We're gonna see what y'all are like parents.
You
And you
know
can
what that?
pretend. You can only pretend for so long. You can only pretend for so long. I'm sorry. And on top of that, like reference from friends from both sides, parents from both sides, like really get down to the nitty gritty of the relationship of the people that's actually being people like a real outside looking in moment of what's actually going on. Because a woman can just go put a man on child support and he's on
And
child
you know what's
support.
crazy? If you don't like, say you've been with a woman, let's pretend 13 years, like you said, for 13 years. It's an imaginary couple, been together 13 years. They had a kid, say the kid is 16 at the moment. The mom leaves the dad. The mom can go put that dad on child support and then get the 16 years back pay if the dad don't have proof that he's been paying and providing for stuff. So obviously you ain't been keeping receipts, so you don't got
Oh,
no proof.
they have bank account.
Whatever you about to say, you owe. Even with the bank accounts, y'all share that bank account. She can say she paid it. Or in this imaginary couple life. But that's just crazy. Why? So I'm just like right now. I'm technically I should be saving everything just in case something happens with our relationship. I should just pull out like a Santa Claus
The
bag of
the
receipts.
system built for us to not have to be able to trust each other.
The system's built to get us out.
Yeah. Oh, definitely. But I do gotta go, bro. My bad. I know I'm cutting it short.
No, that's cool.
I'm tripping. I got 4 hours of sleep now.
But man, I'll let y'all know. Stop listening to these people that's not married. Listen to what we just told you. All right, we some married men.
Listen to me. I'm
I'm just saying, if you're gonna listen to anybody, listen to people who in the game. Listen to LeBron. Listen to the people playing.
big facts. Oh, microphone.
But I tell you, my final thoughts, man. If you're looking for somebody to be in love with, stop looking. It's gonna happen. You're gonna find it. If you one of them people, let's say if you one of those, if you one of those people who believe there's one person for everybody, just always remember there's what's the chance that that person is gonna be in the same general area where you was born at? What's the chances y'all spawn together? You know what I mean? Just keep that in mind. And also remember, every day ain't gonna be sunshine. Some days you're gonna have problems. Some months are gonna be hard. You know what I mean? You might have a 4 month period where y'all just not getting along. Y'all not vibing the same. You don't throw away the whole relationship. You know what I mean? If this is something you really want, you don't throw all of that away. If you've been working on a car for 6 months and all of a sudden it don't start, that don't mean you just go throw the whole car away. You just put in some more work and you figure out what's wrong. You know what I mean? I just think you just gotta find that balance. You gotta find the balance of being a man, being a husband, and being a father. Make sure you get you some good friends that you can actually talk to, that understand where you're coming from, that understand what you're saying. Make sure you're taking care of yourself. Make sure you're working on yourself. Because without you taking care of yourself, you can't take care of nobody else. You know what I mean? You'll just be a shell. You'll be going through the motions. You won't appreciate the stuff. And like I've been through the deep depression before, so it's like I understand. Sometimes you're going through it. It's hard to get out. But you gotta like if you especially right now, let's say you in your big sad right now, you gotta find something to hold on to. You out in the middle of the ocean right now, all the water is the sadness. You gotta find something. You gotta find a log or something around here to hold on to, bro. It don't get better, but it don't get easy either. I'm gonna be honest, it don't get nothing. But you get stronger. You get better at dealing with it. And in turn, it kinda gets a little easier. But those punches are still hitting just as hard. You just kind of start getting used to getting hit that hard. But that's pretty much all the time, man. Thank y'all for watching. Appreciate y'all for coming through. Make sure y'all check out the other podcast, Off the Deep End with Rip. I'm not really sure what this podcast is called, but we just be out here josing, man. I might call it josing. The Josecast or something. I don't know. But yeah. If I really do, if I give my final thoughts, my personal opinion, I don't think love like everybody thinks is real. I do think you can grow a really, really strong attachment to another person and you can consider that love. But like just always remember these relationship rules and all of these rules that everybody think make up their relationship. I'm not sure who told them what a relationship is or where they get these rules from, but all of that shit is fake. A relationship is just whatever makes you happy. Find a person that makes you happy. If it's the dude who makes $1 million a year, find that guy. If it's the chick who wants to have four other girls and y'all have a five-way relationship, you can find that woman. You know what I mean? Like from the weirdest niche to the most common thing, you can find that type of person. Find that person. and be with that person. You don't have to settle for something you don't want. You can find the exact type of person you want. You can have a custom made person. It's 8 billion plus people on the planet. Somebody fits your exact description in every way. You know what I mean? And also remember, some people are just made to be in your life to teach you certain lessons. There's certain things you need to learn from certain people. Everybody isn't a forever person. Some people are just like a few month people. You're gonna be with them for a couple months, maybe a year or two. Find your forever person. I found my forever person. I love that one. We got 2 beautiful daughters. Life I'm living right now, it's like the best version of my life. I couldn't trade it for nothing. Like nothing beats good night kisses, good night hugs. Nothing beats playtime. Even when my daughters get on my nerves, it's like I wouldn't want nobody else getting on my nerves but these 3 little girls, my wife and my 2 daughters. Like the best way I can say it. It's everything I never knew I wanted. Like I love being a dad. I love being an uncle. Like I love the family. I love the big family. I got a whole village. I got a big friend circle. I got a family. I got a great in-laws. Like there's a whole village of people behind us. So I just hope everybody can have a slice of what I found. Because this era of my life is definitely happiness. Sunday dinners with the family, sitting at the table, 7-course meal. You know what I mean? My daughter knows her mama and her daddy. I love it. But thank y'all for tuning in, man. Appreciate y'all for coming. Tune in next week. And we out.
What do you say? Watch the Tipsy Thesis.